Welcome back to the Midnight Who Show. Once in Future from Big Finish Productions continues with the 6th chapter, Time Lord Immemorial. The Doctor begins their search for the Union, which they learn from Missy caused them to degenerate. The Doctor settles into their 9th incarnation and discovers how the multiverse is coming apart as they run into the Unbound Doctor. Christopher Eccleston is fantastic as always as the Doctor. I'm so glad that they are back, and we actually got them involved in an anniversary story from Big Finish. That is so cool, and it's something I never really expected to ever happen. I can also really tell how much Eccleston is enjoying playing the Doctor again, but also how much they're enjoying that they had a story with David Warner, because I know they've talked about it before. So it's really great to see this final project come out. I also never really listened to the New Adventures of Bernice Summerfield or even the Unbound stories. I do want to listen to at least the Unbound one sometime in the future. But I gotta tell you, David Warner is really good as the Doctor. They play this alternate version of them really well, and they have some really great scenes with the Ninth Doctor, Liv, and the Lumiet. Now, I will say Liv is just okay in this story, but they do serve a greater purpose in the overall events that unfold in the story. I wish this was the case, because it would have been really neat to have the Ninth Doctor meet, let's say, a classic companion. That would have been just neat and cool. And I think it's also because Liv has had a lot of stories recently, and we've even had them meet the Ninth Doctor last year. I will say, they do have some great dialogue in this story. The Lumiet shed the name of Missy / the Master to become a force of good in the universe like the Doctor. It was an interesting choice to include them in this story, but I did enjoy more exploration into this character. It's also kind of nice that we had Missy in the last story, so they didn't just give another incarnation of the Master. That was a good thing. And I also will say the Doctor does not automatically believe their motives, and I think that makes a lot of sense. The Time Lord Immemorial is such a fascinating idea and lends way to answering an essential question in this overarching storyline of Once in Future. The sands of time that are in this place is used to power the degeneration weapon. This is also the reason the multiverse is kind of collapsing around them, is because it's now a little bit unstable because it should have never been taken. The story also reveals that the Union is not a place, but a person. Overall, this was a pretty decent story that sets up the conclusion to Once in Future, I think, a little bit better. It at least gets me excited to see what happens, especially because we have Susan, River, the 8th Doctor, and even the 4th Doctor, so it should be really exciting. And there's a lot of great and interesting concepts explored, even if they get a little bit complicated at times. But now, we have the Union to listen to this month to see how this all wraps up. And then next year, there's a little coda. What did you all think of this story? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, everyone.